back, stare at one of the cameras, count to 5. I want to read one.
Hello, my name is Beryl and I'm a hypnotherapist instructor and NLP instructor based here in Dubai for over 30 years now, and teaching hypnotists and NLP courses certified in the US for over 15 years. I want to tell you today what you will expect when you come to have a session with me. I also do sessions by Skype. First of all, timings. The timings are 1.5 hour sessions generally. Why that and not an hour like most people? Well, I find that with 1.5 hours we get 2 sessions of work done, which saves you time on the road getting to me and leaving as well. And it's much faster for you to make those changes that you want. What do I work with? Well, everything. Because I was the first hypnotherapist in the Middle East, I had to work with everything because there was nobody else to refer to. And also as a teacher of hypnosis, I have to be able to teach everything and to demonstrate it, which I do when I'm teaching hypnotists. I work with relationships. I'm very famous for my broken heart cure. I used to be on Dubai TV with Tom Urquhart as Dubai's agony aunt. That was quite fun. I work with children and parents with their relationship with children as well. I work with fears, phobias, panic attacks, and they're all my favorites because the change is so fast with hypnosis, if you want it to be. And there's so many fears. Fears of cockroaches, spiders, public speaking, fear of interviews, fear of exams, fear of flying. So many fears, and panic attacks that people are having on the Sheikh Zayed Road, driving, panic attacks in the air, panic attacks at work, people wanting to run away from things. We can get really to the root of that and help you make those changes. I work with habits, smoking habits, eating habits, nail biting habits, bathroom habits, poor sleep patterns, all sorts of habits. And then there's the clinical side, pain management, dental management, bruxism, TMJ, which is clenching, MS, IBS, lots of clinical studies done on those. In fact, I even have doctors and dentists coming to see me themselves. I work with cancers, worked with people having chemotherapy, throwing up, and helping them to get through that. Fear of needles, very common. Then there's the anxiety, the depression side of things, so that people can be more motivated, happier, just functioning to their optimum potential. In many of these, I also ask for a doctor's referral so that we're working as complementary to the doctors and not alternative. So what happens when you come for a session? First of all, I will have asked you, probably on the telephone or by email, what it's about. You don't have to tell me, you can tell me in the session. But I will ask you to make a list on one side of a paper, the things that are going on that you don't like, and on the other side, your outcome, what it is that you actually want, in positive terms. I'll take brief information about your background, where you think all of this started, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because that's your conscious mind, and that's what you've been talking about with friends and everybody for too long anyway. I'll explain how hypnosis works. If you want to save time there, I suggest you go to the other video on this channel that talks about the mind model and come with questions on that and explains how your conscious, subconscious and unconscious minds work. We'll clarify those goals so that we actually know what chunk we're working on in this session and agree on an agreeable outcome for you, because that's what you'll be working on that session and will not go outside that brief. And I'll make sure you really have benefits for that change. The more benefits you have for the change, the more likely you are to succeed. We'll then do an induction which is suitable for you. Just follow my instructions, want it, you'll make it happen. I'll ask you to lose numbers. By losing numbers or letting them go, you're then in that hypnosis state. And numbers come back easier and better for having just left them over there somewhere. It's like parking your your conscious mind over there. We'll deepen that, and then we'll get to do the work that we want to do. And it could be that we do some regression work where we go back to where it started and teach your brain that actually you survived this. Parts therapy, which is talking to the different parts of you that have been working together to make these changes, and to help them to make new parts, new things that will work for you. It may be that we just do a suggestion session, or we use lots of NLP and what we call idiomotor responses, where you're lifting a yes finger and a no finger to talk with me. And then we emerge, we see how you got on, and make an appointment for a next session or not. Many people have their miracle in one session. Most people, 3 sessions, maybe 5, but it's very rare for me to see anybody more than that. The attitudes that I need you to come with, well, there are 4 attitudes and there's only one that's going to work. The first attitude you may have is that I don't like that suggestion, that's not going to work for me. Well, of course it's not going to. The second idea or attitude that you have is, I hope that'll work for me, I'll try to do that. Well, your subconscious mind does not work with hope and try. It does it or it doesn't do it. Third way of talking to yourself may be, that's nice, but I don't think I want it. I don't think it's for me. Well, that's not going to work out either. The only attitude to come with is, that's great, I want that suggestion, I want to make that change, and this is going to work for me. If you come in with that attitude, that's all I need from you, and I'll do the rest. Now, some of the myths you may have heard about hypnosis. First of all, that you're asleep and you won't wake up. Well, you're not asleep and you're not awake. You're in a state of trance, like being at the traffic lights and looking and waiting for the green, and even if the green changes to be green, oh, where was I? You were in trance. You need it all the time. Your brain loves to be in trance. That's where it works out the problems of the day. Some people worry that they're light sleepers and sounds bother them. Well, when you're in hypnosis, you will hear sounds. You're not asleep. The sounds just are there in the background, and it's just okay for them to be there. And in fact, people find that they sleep better afterwards because they learn that it's okay to sleep through sounds. People worry that they'll tell their deepest, darkest secret. Well, sometimes the deepest, darkest secret is the thing to get rid of, but I don't need to know what it is, so long as you've got rid of it. You will never tell your deepest, darkest secret. You will always be able to protect yourself. However, isn't that what you want to get rid of? You won't cluck like a chicken unless you want to. I can't make you do anything you don't want to. If I need to touch you to get those idiomotor responses, I will ask you beforehand, and we'll make that agreement. If I were to touch you and it was inappropriate, you would immediately come out, because your mind will always protect you. It's a fabulous state. I go into self-hypnosis all the time, and I often teach my clients to do that because they can make the changes that they want. It's faster than meditation. It's an amazing process, and I'll always keep to the agreements that we made consciously beforehand so you can make those changes you want. If you have any more questions, you can ask me when you make that appointment, and when you see me, I'll explain more. However, let's just get down to doing the work and making those changes really fast. You know you can do it. You have the potential to use your brain and make all the changes that you want. You can do it. So call me on 050-655-4523, and I'll be happy to help you Google me, find out more and more about the conferences I attend, the work that I've done, and rest assured, I'm working for your interests during that session you're going to book. For now, bye-bye, and see you in a session soon.